Give me 1 second. Stay right there, folks. Your boy is thirsty. I was gonna try to do this whole video with nothing to drink. That ain't gonna work. Just had some Applebee's. Burgers and fries still in my throat. All right, so let's get right into the topic. Okay, so this is not a sermon. It's more of a discussion. I probably should have went live, but I already started, so we're just gonna continue from here. So tonight I want to talk about something. I want to come from this topic. I want this to be my topic and my target. Turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. In turning the other cheek in these days, in my opinion, I think it's very vital. I think that within the hour that we live in these last and evil hours, I won't even say the last days, the last hours that we live in right now, your pride can get you killed. I'm going to say that again. Living in these last and evil days, your pride can get you killed. Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of a scenario of what I mean. So, as I always talk about this and discuss this, years back, people that know me personally, they know I had a very bad rage issue where I would get extremely angry and I would not think about my actions. If you got me mad, I was trying to dive in your mouth like I was going into a pool. I would not think twice. If you made me angry, you was going to feel me or you was going to hear me. Either I was going to give you these or I was going to, and this was just for when I couldn't use these at a time because maybe a setting or a scenery we would be in or whatever the case may be. But I was very angry. And if you said something to tick me off, I wouldn't think twice. I was going to let you have it. And that's just the way I was. But whatever have you, ABC, so on and so on. The point I'm trying to make is there was a time where my pride would get the best of me, or my ego would get the best of me. A male's ego is extremely dangerous. Dangerous to the point where it can cost you your life, it can cost you your family's life, or anybody that is around you around that specific time. It can really cause some serious damage to others around you and even yourself. But as I stated, road rage was a problem for me. If you cut me off, I would chase you down with the car, pull over, and would initiate us to dance a little bit in the middle of the street. And I wouldn't think twice. I would just whatever. But then all of a sudden, notice as I got older and I began to mature, God would begin to speak to me. And he would begin to move on my heart and say things like, do you know what this person have in this car? There's been multiple times that I know of that God has saved me from getting murdered. God has saved me from getting robbed or killed. Just because of his mercy. His never-ending mercy is the reason why I'm sitting here right now. I wasn't always this, this Mr. Cool guy that everybody think I am, where I got all this self-control. See, because now I'll still put it on you if you put your hands on me. But I'm not the kind of person that's just going to walk around and looking for a fight. I have too much to live for. I have too much going on for me. And I just don't think it's worth it, to be in the middle of the street. Number one, after you get a certain age, you're just too old to be trying to prove who you are. You become so old, you start to look stupid in the middle of the street fighting. You look like a Grammy winner or a nominee and you out there fighting. It just doesn't look right. It looks off. Because as I was a child, I spoke as a child, thought as a child, etc. But then I became a man, I put aside all childish things. And I'm not trying to prolong this, but I just really want you to get a good scenario of where I'm coming from before I actually go to my target. So the topic is turn the other cheek and how important it is. People, this is a warning. And I'm going to just be honest with you. I feel led on my heart that this message is specifically for hotheads. And I feel like God has sent me to you tonight to warn you tonight to turn the other cheek. The days that you are living in, people are not thinking. The days that you are living in, people hearts have waxed cold. They'll kill you right in front of your children. They will kill you in front of your wife. They will kill you in front of your mother. They do not care about you. People are full of wrath. People are all tensed up and angry about things going on in their personal life. They're angry about their job. They're angry about the church. They're angry about a lot of different things that are hurts in their lives are built up, and they're not thinking. They don't care about you. They will take your life. If somebody cuts you off on the road, let them go. Don't be chasing them down. Don't be running your mouth. Let them go. Somebody's in the store giving you a mean mug or trying to grill you or look at you some type of way. Let them go. Let them move on, or you move on. It's so man of you or so woman of you to get up and to walk away. It can cost you your life. You chasing somebody down on the road, you angry. You pull over, you get out, they get out. Somebody pulls a gun out and shoot and kill you. What happens? I was watching the news. I can't remember where it was at. It's either on the news, on Facebook news, something like that. And apparently the person chased somebody down. How did it go? I don't want to lie. I think, don't quote me on it, but I believe the story was talking about somebody had cut somebody off on accident. And I believe the guy was pulling up to say sorry. And before the guy can say sorry, the other person pulls out a gun and shoot him and kills him. People are killing people like this is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on a video game. They don't care. You got some folks that will kill you and go home. Eat, chill, play video like they ain't did nothing to you. You got people that have nothing to lose in their mind, nothing to lose in their heart, and they will take your life. They'll go to jail. They don't care. Jail to them is just a place to stay. Jail to them is just 3 meals a day. You got some people that really don't care. They will take you out. So the point of this message is try to avoid fights. Try to avoid getting into as many confrontations as you can. Try to avoid as many of them as you can, because people today, they ain't rap right, man. And before, it's not that you're being a punk. It's not that you're being soft or whatever people want to. That's what society tells you. But you want to prove that a lion never has. I don't have nothing to prove. I don't got to tell you how long I've been in martial arts. I don't have to tell you how many fights I've been in. If you put your hands on me, you will find out who I am. That simple. I'm a nice guy. I love people. I love to help people. I will give you the shirt off my back. Do whatever I can for you. But if you I'm not the baddest thing walking. If you put your hands on me, I'm going to put my feet on your chest and I'm going to try to pull your head right from you. That's just how I am. Just don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on my family. Don't you even think about touching my wife or my mom or sisters. That's just how I am. Other than that, you just talking and mouthing off, I will leave you standing there like I don't hear nothing. Because it's not worth it. After me and you get finished scrapping and fighting, cops come, put me in handcuffs because I done knocked your head off your shoulders. Or you done knocked my head off my shoulders. Now I'm going to the hospital. You going to jail, or either vice versa. For what? Nothing was solved. And then in some cases, you got some fights that happen where you get into a scuffle with somebody and then they're not like old school to where you can go in the street and you can bang it out and then, everybody goes home. No, these Negroes coming back with machetes, machine guns, hiring hitmen, like people have lost it. They will make sure, because that's pride that is within people. And the Bible is just being fulfilled. I'm just being uncut and raw and real with you tonight. The Bible is being fulfilled. People's hearts have waxed cold. Literally waxed cold. They have no love in their heart. You got some people that will harm a child and don't care. Okay, so you gotta keep in mind the time that you're in. Keep in mind the era of day that you're in. You don't want to get caught up in nothing that you can't get out of. You know, there's a couple of sayings I would say that the older folks would say, but I don't think it's appropriate for video. But I'll just say, don't write a check that your booty can't cash, is what they say. You know, you know what they say. But just be very careful out there, y'all. Just ignore people, man. If they talking, going off at the mouth, act like you don't hear them, man. It's not worth it. You know, people have a lot of mouth. Sometimes people are angry with the world, so they just want to take you down with them. That's just how the mentality. And then there's demons in people, man. Demons have engulfed their being. I mean, if I could just go into debt right now, I don't have time, but if I went into debt with you and told you how a demon can influence a person to do different things and influence a person to come at you just to get a reaction out of you. Demons want to set you up to die anyway, especially if you're a child of God. These are the works of demons. Yeah, they're people's will that works along with it, but you're dealing with demons. That's what you're dealing with. You're not really dealing with people. And these evil spirits, they're just on a rampage. They know that the time is at hand. This is the last hours, not even the last days. We are in the last hours. And I come to you today to warn you, to tell you, avoid fights, avoid confrontation. Avoid fights, avoid confrontation. I'm talking to you as a man of God. I'm talking to you as a trained martial artist. I know about combat and I know how to fight. Yes, I do. But that doesn't mean I have to go out and prove it. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. Because just because I can fight, that does not mean that I'm indestructible. Just because I know some techniques and katas and this, that, the third, it doesn't matter. If I slip and fall, I can still get hurt. If somebody reach out and hit me and I'm not on guard, I can still get knocked out. Somebody pulls out a gun and I'm not close enough to reverse it and do whatever I'm going to do, you can still shoot me. I'm not unhuman. So I just say all that to you just to say to you guys, avoid fights, avoid confrontation. That's my lady calling me. If I don't answer, she gonna get mad. So just avoid fights, avoid confrontation, guys. Try to avoid it by all costs. I would have a lot more to say. I might come with a part 2 to go more into depth, more of the spiritual aspect of it. And I'll make sure I do it. But peace, love, shalom. I love you all. Be safe. I'm out.